did you notice a little bit of ruckus going on in the backyard there? Well, now, Bobby, honey, I do believe I did hear some dogs carrying on out back there. If you ask me, the only dog around here is JR. Now, Sue Ellen, why don't you let me enjoy my dinner without hounding me? Now, children, just stop it. I don't want your daddy to come home and see us barking all around the table.
Excuse me, does anyone know where the dog agility show is? That way? Thanks.
From the South Fork Ranch outside Dallas, Texas, it's the Animal Planet USDAA Grand Prix of Dog Agility Regional Qualifier. Hello, everyone. I'm Phil Moore, along with agility judge and expert handler Kim Simons. Today, nearly 100 people and their dogs have gathered for what they hope to be the first step toward winning a national championship.
That's right, Phil. This is the first regional qualifying event leading up to the Grand Prix National Championship next year in San Diego. Anyone wanting to compete there first has to qualify, and that's what today's event is all about. Today, you'll see some of the top handler and dog teams of the country, but you'll also see some first-timers as well.
Oh, yeah, and it's a great opportunity for folks to see not just how much fun this is, but also how difficult it is. This course is going to be a challenge for man, woman, dog, right out the chute.
And here is the chute, the first obstacle in a very fast course today. This chute leads them to a quick jump to the first contact obstacle, the seesaw. Then a hard call 180 degrees inside to the tunnel, around a quick loop to another 180 degrees to the dog walk. A hard push out to the tunnel with a very tight turn up the A-frame to the pause table, where they have to remain down for 5 seconds. After the table, they encounter a quick jump series around to the weave poles, followed by 2 jumps out of the course. For some of the less experienced dog and handler teams here today, this could be a key part of the course. When the dog exits the tunnel here at number 11, they're faced with 2 jumps. But instead, the handler must immediately turn the dog around with enough speed to get them up the 6-foot A-frame, without turning them back into the tunnel they just came out of.
Well, there are 4 different jump height classes in this qualifier today. First up is the tallest, the 26-inch class, and we have Samson, a 7.5-year-old Irish setter from Texas. Teresa's handling him, and there's Samson.
Let's go. Seesaw, let's go. Come on. And they're up the teeter. You can see the yellow zone on the end of the teeter. The dogs must touch that yellow zone or they will be faulted. Let's go. Agility is basically a timed obstacle course where the object is to run fast and as cleanly as possible. Penalties or faults are assessed for things like knocking over bars, missing contact zones.
Faults are also assessed for time over the course standard, and for this height class, it's 50 seconds. Now, in order to qualify for the championship, a dog has to have 10 faults or less.
Yes, they do. So far, Samson has no course faults.
He's running consistently so far. And he's taking a pause there.
Looking very cute on the table. Oh, but slowing down right there. He's encountered something on the grass that must have smelled very good. Going to cost her some time.
Oh, good boy, yay.
And around the corner into the poles. Very nice weave poles.
Come, over.
All right, Samson setting up for his final 2 jumps as he heads toward the finish line. And he's over 20 faults. Samson will not be qualifying, but it was a very nice run. Next up is Tristan, a Border Collie with Debbie Spence, and look at the speed of this dog right out of the start.
Yes, Phil, Border Collies are typically very fast, but a little spin there in front of that jump is going to cost her a little time.
Wow, look at the speed through that tire and over that hurdle. This is a dog on a mission. Now, Debbie says Tristan really enjoys the weave poles.
Once he gets in, he doesn't come out, which is very unusual for a dog this fast. They don't usually want to slow down to do them, so they'll pop out. But he doesn't. Once he gets in, he loves them, so he flies through them. And he also blinks his eyes when he goes through them to keep from hitting the poles with his shoulders, so you can see him doing this.
Well, here he is on the table in his pause position for 5 seconds, watching Debbie very carefully for his cue to the next obstacle.
This dog is a blur with the speed. Look,
Oh, and into the poles. He missed the entry there into the poles. He will be faulted for that.
And as we come to the end, another spin over the final hurdle, and despite the speed, too many faults to qualify.
And here you can see on the replay, Tristan misses the upside of that teeter. He also has a run-by here at this jump. That is considered a refusal. And the missed entry into the weave poles for his 3rd fault. Missed contact zones, refusals, and displacing hurdles on the jumps are all 5 faults. Plus, dogs can be faulted for time over the course standard, and an off course is considered an elimination. In order to qualify for the championships, dogs must finish the course with 10 faults or fewer.
Coming up next is Xena, a 3-year-old German Shepherd with Gordon Simmons Moat.
Off to a very good start.
Xena's making great contacts there on that seesaw.
Xena's a very powerful dog.
Did you see? Almost knocking over that tunnel.
Around the corner up to the dog walk. So far, a nice run. With a nice contact there on the end of the dog walk as well.
This is a very clean run so far by Xena.
Up the A-frame, it was a nice turn. Oh, but a missed contact there on the end of the A-frame. You can see the judge signaling that.
Nice pause.
Very attentive.
Over. Come, over.
Very nice jumping style. She tucks her legs up very nicely.
Very nice weave there. And as we come to the end, great run, only 5 faults. Our first qualifier, Xena, with 47.17.
You can see that tunnel. She is a powerful dog. She displaces that tunnel as she goes through. And coming down the A-frame clearly misses the contact zone for 5 faults there.
Well, now we'll see how Matu will do, a golden retriever with Richard Leverett. Now, Matu has an advanced obedience title. Look how patiently he waits for Richard to start.
And he's off to a good start. Matu is a very nice running golden retriever. He's got good clearance on the hurdles, very steady.
This is a good-looking dog to watch as Matu makes the runs here. Interestingly enough, Matu was a Father's Day present for Richard. He was meant as a house dog, but Richard realized he had an accomplished athlete as well.
And here he is into the tunnel. Let's see how he makes this turn up the A-frame very nicely, no problem. And to the table. Now you notice Matu is panting quite heavily. It's very hot out here today.
Matu probably appreciated that little rest in the run.
Absolutely. Here he is, turn to the weave poles. Little slow through the poles.
Making sure that got through it, and as we get through it, hey, we have another qualifier, only 3.19 faults, a time of 53.19. Okay, coming up next is Sydney, a 7-year-old Australian Shepherd, and Garrett Stone is handling him.
Come, Seesaw, come.
Now, Sydney's been doing agility for 3 years, and you can tell the seasoned dogs as they run. Take a look at this.
Sydney's a nice, quick Australian Shepherd. Whoa, almost falls there off the dog walk. Little unsteady there, but recovered nicely.
Great through the tunnel. Great turn back over the A-frame.
Oh, leaves that A-frame a little early. Oh, but there is a fault there incurred at the table. That is a refusal. Now you can see that Sydney looks like she's a little bit wet. That's probably because Garrett got her wet before the run since it is so hot here.
Garrett and Sydney have qualified in the past. I know they're hoping to qualify now.
Oh, missed that weave pole entry. That will be a 5-fault refusal.
And as we get to the final 2, we see that with over 10 faults there, Sydney will not be qualifying.
But it was a nice run.
Yes.
You can see how she struggled here to stay on the dog walk, recovering nicely, almost fell off. And here, their problems began when Garrett was blocking that A-frame and then kind of blocking Sydney's approach to the table, forcing her past it.
Well, here's Carol Bidwell and her dog Goose in their first competition ever. Today, they're hoping to achieve the heights that Carol enjoys on the job every day.
Southwest Flight 23, clear for takeoff, 9 left, wind 32010.
Roger, Southwest 23, clear for takeoff.
Well, I'm an airline pilot for Southwest Airlines. I've been a captain there for the last year. Been with Southwest about 7 years and been flying for 20 years.
Well, now it's Goose's turn to fly.
Goose got into agility kind of in the back door. I had taken her father out to do agility, just not a really talented natural agility dog. I put Goose through a few of the obstacles and she just adored it and took off. I think what Goose gets out of agility is, first of all, I like to think she enjoys working with me. She enjoys communicating with me. It's not just a brainless kind of activity for her. She's really having to think about it.
All the way down, right here.
Training with Goose has also been rewarding for Carol.
I get a sense of working with my dog, which is great fun. doing something that she really loves to do. I get great exercise, and it's a real mental challenge.
Well, today, after months of training, Carl and Goose will face their toughest test yet.
If she qualifies or if she doesn't qualify,
I'll still love her.
So early this morning, the two set off for South Fork.
bye. Isn't that cool?
After checking in, they took a look at the course, warmed up, and waited.
And you're starting to think about the course, and once you actually get out there, set the dog up, you're thinking so hard that, and it happens so fast, there's no time to be nervous on the course. But when you're standing, waiting, watching the other dogs run, I start to get some butterflies. Well, here it goes.
When we come back, we'll see how Carl and Goose do in their very first competition ever. Welcome back. Goose and Carl are up and ready to go.
And they're off through the chute.
Here, walk
It's a very good start.
Now, Goose has only been doing agility for 1 year, and this is his first competition ever.
And that's the wonderful thing about this competition. You will see dogs that have been doing this for years and newcomers like Goose. It's a chance for all to qualify for the Nationals.
Nice, steady run for Goose.
As he moves very consistently, that was fun. Jumped up a little on Carol there.
It's good to see Goose having a good time, and it's going to be interesting to see if Goose actually makes it on her very first run. She's completed 7 of 10 legs of her obedience UDX title.
That's a pretty impressive accomplishment for Goose. Looking very regal on the table. Dogs always seem to have a nice burst of speed when they come off the table, and Goose did as well. Very nice weave pulls, very fast.
Nice, yeah. And as we come to the end, it looks like Goose made it.
Here in the replay, you can see she set her up very nicely for the A-frame. She does come down the A-frame a little bit slow. It costs her some time.
Carol's just coming off the course. I don't think she realizes yet that she's qualified.
Wonderful.
Ah, now she knows. Great
She was
job.
pretty good. She wasn't really out of control, and she was listening to me. That was very good. That was very good. You were very, very good. Yeah, tell me how wonderful you were. Yes, you were.
Way to go, Goose. Well, a total of 6 dogs qualified in this class today, including Carol and Goose on their very first try. Congratulations to all the dogs and their handlers. Now it's time for the 12-inch height class, the little dogs with the big hearts. And April is off. She's a toy poodle handled by Debbie Moore.
Look at April go. She moves very nicely, jumps very high.
I gotta tell you, this is very unprofessional, but they're just so cute to look at.
They are very darling and easy to carry around. And there she is over the dog walk. She does those contacts very nicely. No question of her coming off those contacts. Now this turn is very tough for the little dogs, but April made that turn and made it up the A-frame with no problem at all.
Now for a little dog, April really has a lot of speed.
Yes, she does. She runs very nicely and very quick. Those little legs cover a lot of ground.
Gets good height on jumps and very nice weaves.
She hops right through those.
And as we come to the end with 0 faults, April qualifies with a time of 51.40.
Very nice run.
Coming up next is a veteran dog, Cody, a 9.5-year-old Pomeranian handled by Laura Yarbrough.
Cody's off to a good start.
Oh,
Pops off that teeter-totter there, but no fault incurred.
made the contacts.
This dog runs very quickly for a 9.5-year-old.
Now, Cody has been to the finals several times. And Laura bred her specifically for agility.
Oh, little hesitation there on that contact, with a little bit of noise to Mom saying, I really don't want to do this.
Oh, little struggle with the little engine that could.
It's hard for those little dogs to get up that A-frame.
Breather there.
Very cute.
Now, Cody is the first and only Pomeranian to win an agility championship title.
Yes, she is. And you can see why. This dog performs very nicely.
As we come to the end, nicely enough to qualify with a time of 55.51.
You can see this dog going up the A-frame is putting everything he's got into it, struggling to get up and over and being successful.
Well, we have another first-time competitor, Treasure, a 3.5-year-old West Highland White Terrier, handled by Debbie Duncan. Treasure's only been doing agility for 5 months.
Oh, a little slow here. Treasure seems to be sniffing the ground. It might have something to do with the fact that Treasure has competed in Earth Dog competition. Earth Dog competition is where terrier breeds use their nose to search and navigate through underground mazes.
Debbie says Treasure finds the height of the A-frame a bit intimidating.
It's very scary, and especially because she does have a problem with the A-frame. She really has trouble getting up it because of the steepness. It takes everything she's got to get up it. If she doesn't get enough momentum, she just has to claw her little way up it. A lot of heart.
And here she is, getting ready for the A-frame. Let's see how she does. Oh, but we have an off course there. That is an elimination. You can hear the whistle. Now she gets her up the A-frame.
Oh, she's trying. She's giving it her all.
Oh, and there she goes. She got it. Well, here you can see Treasure exercising some of those Earth Dog instincts.
And those instincts have earned Treasure 11 different titles in confirmation, obedience tracking, and Earth Dog events. I'm sure we'll see Treasure again in another agility championship soon.
What a gal.
Now it's time for Samson, handled by Katie Greer. Samson is a Chihuahua.
From right here in Dallas.
And Samson is a very quick Chihuahua. Runs very nicely.
Samson, come, tunnel. Come, turn, go.
Listens very well to Katie.
Nice height on the jumps.
Absolutely. But you need to guard against excessive height because it can cost you a little bit of time. But Samson's pretty quick and he makes up a lot of time here.
Samson's also very careful about making sure that he gets all of the contacts. Doing a great job.
Very nice setup there up the A-frame by Katie. She gave him plenty of room to be able to come back and negotiate that ramp.
Now down for the 5-second count.
Now that's a face. That's a cute face. And Samson's off again. Look at this little guy go.
Look at this guy hop through those weave poles. Samson's pouring on the speed during the final 2 jumps. And as he comes to the finish line, great score, 55.01, 0.01 faults.
Good boy.
And here you can see a couple of instances on the course where Samson gets some terrific height, but Katie's happy with his run.
Oh, he was wonderful. I was thrilled. He didn't do anything he wasn't supposed to do, and he did everything he was supposed to do. He was a good boy. Good boy, Sam.
All right, Sam. Here are the 6 dogs who qualified in the 12-inch class today. Remember, all are now eligible to compete in the Grand Prix of Dog Agility Finals coming up in San Diego next fall. And here's Kim with an agility tip that you can teach your doggy.
This is the pipe tunnel, one of the most exciting and fun obstacles on an agility course for a dog. You may think that it looks difficult to train, but it's actually quite simple. To get started, you want to put your dog in a sit-stay or a down-stay in front of the tunnel. If your dog won't stay, have someone hold your dog for you. At that point, you want to go down to the other end of the tunnel, get down on your hands and knees so your dog can see you through the tunnel, and call your dog to you. Katie, come tunnel! Yay! Good girl! Very easy, lots of praise, lots of cookies. Once your dog is comfortable with that step, you want to make sure that your dog will go through the tunnel without being able to see you. Put your dog in a stay in front of the tunnel once again, and run down the tunnel with her. Katie, tunnel. Good girl. Katie, come. Good girl. It doesn't take much to train this obstacle, and once your dog is trained, you'll be having a lot of fun performing tunnels.
Here we are at the famous South Fork Ranch, home of the hit TV series Dallas. Inside, Sally Peavy's is going to give us a personal tour. So look, I got my own Dallas, Texas style hat. Come on, let's go see if the tour is ready for us. Let's go.
Welcome back to South Fork. Phil's over in the big house.
Now check this place out. This is, you look at the chandelier. Now look, here's Sally. She's going to be taking us on a tour. How you doing, Sally?
Well, hi, honey. Welcome to the mansion.
Oh, look at that.
I want to show you a few things. I think you'll just really enjoy it.
She's so cute. Hi, honey. I feel like I'm a member of Dallas now. Come on, what do you want to show me first?
Well, this is our gorgeous Ewing dining room, and what makes this room so spectacular, the Waterford crystal chandeliers above the dining room table, they're valued at $7,500 each. This is our beautiful living room, the little Ewing abode here.
Look. Miss Ellie, gotta love her. Gotta love her. Oh, man.
Have a seat, Phil.
Oh, look, I'm feeling it. Hey, Bobby! Bobby, where are you, Bobby? Sue Ellen, come on now.
This is the balcony right off of JR Suite.
Wait a
and
minute.
Of course,
This is a very famous balcony, isn't it?
yes, it is.
This is where Kristen, she shot JR.
It is.
She was pushed into the pool from here. This was awesome.
This is really it, Phil.
Oh, my
You sure know
goodness.
you're Dallas. Sorry, Phil. You were supposed to land in the pool.
That's okay.
Just like Kristen did.
Okay, ow. Okay, I got it. I'm all right, Sally.
Oh, Phil, honey, just go ahead and sit down right here and just relax a little bit, and then maybe you'll feel better.
Listen, I know this table.
Well, you should. You should recognize that this is the very table, the famous breakfast table where the Ewings always had their little breakfast.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You show me a lot of things here, and I want to thank you very much. You know what? You also show me that some traditions never die. When out South Fork, anything can happen.
Time now for the 16-inch jump height class, where the course time is 55 seconds. First up is Spree, a 6.5-year-old Sheltie with Scott Brannon. Welcome back, Phil. You feeling okay now?
I feel like a Ewing.
Very good.
You know, Spree's been doing agility for almost 4 years and has qualified for 3 nationals.
And you can see why. Spree is navigating this course very well, very fast.
Great speed through the tunnel. Don't blink. You're going to miss this dog.
Nice turn off that A-frame.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
On
Off
and
the
off
table.
the table. Yeah, that's a 5-fault penalty.
Okay, looks like we're back on course now.
Come. Spree, come.
Coming over the jumps into the weave poles. Oh, look at those
Very
poles.
nice weave pole. And there's a great qualifying time for Spree with only 5 faults. Excellent run. Here's John Tobin with Elizabeth, a 9.5-year-old Sheltie. He says when he got her, he had a very different sport in mind.
At home, she's a couch potato. I got her to be a Frisbee dog. The only thing this dog will put in his mouth is food. But she's a love and loves to be petted. Like all Shelties, she's very talkative.
You know, if you listen, it actually sounds like John's the bigger talker.
Come on, let's go, dog walk. Let's go. Run like the wind. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
And yes, that's him talking to Elizabeth.
Run like the wind.
That encouragement helps Elizabeth get around the course.
A-frame.
That was a good turn over to the A-frame.
Yes, it was.
Nice and tight.
Come, table.
A little bit of difficulty getting down there.
Yeah, a little slow getting down on the table there.
Now, Elizabeth has been doing agility for 7 years and has qualified for nationals 5 times previously. Oh, my goodness.
Ran around that jump there, incurring a refusal. He will receive 5 faults for that.
Let's go, weave. Let's go, weave. Come.
Nice and cautiously through the weaves, and as we come to the end here, we see that with more than 10 faults, Elizabeth does not qualify this time, but it was a nice run.
Good girl.
Next on course is
And Edith is up next. She's 2.5-year-old. She's a Jack Russell Terrier, handled by Randy Huff.
Another newcomer here. Only been doing agility about a year.
This is their first competition.
Yeah, Edith got a good shake in there before the start. And they're off. Oh, you can see those took that bar down. That is a 5-fault penalty.
Too bad. You know, earlier Randy told us Edith just became a therapy dog.
We just went to our first one at Walnut Place here, I guess last Monday, and it was a Alzheimer's unit, and they were in a semicircle. We came and did a few little tricks, and then let each of the patients that wanted to pet her and handle her, and it gives those people a big thrill.
Now, John's a CPA and rescued Edith when he came upon her in the middle of the street. Cars were swerving all around her. Didn't hit her, but the owners never claimed her, and well, they've been together and happy ever since.
Down.
And here they are. He seems to have a little trouble getting to go down on the table. Oh, look, she's more interested in the camera.
Down.
No, she just won't stay down. There we go. Now she looks like she's down.
Now, each delay is costing them precious time.
Yes, it is. Uh-oh, run around that jump. That would be a refusal. Oh,
Jump backwards.
that's
We hear the
elimination
whistle.
for that off course. And
But you know what? You can still see that John is happy with his eating.
absolutely,
Look at that. That's love.
that's love. He's smiling.
term for mixed breeds.
Next up is Sooty, a beautiful mixed breed handled by Virginia Gilmore, who says she never knows what to expect.
Sooty's a veteran at this. Unfortunately, Sooty also has a mind of her own. Sometimes she decides to do her own course. We hope today she does the one the judge described for us.
Well, we'll find out right now as Sooty is off.
You know, Sooty's qualified for the Nationals every year since 1992 and made it to the finals in 96. And you can see from this dog's run, it's a well-seasoned dog, running very confidently and very fast throughout the course.
Getting good jumps there.
Now you get this. You get it.
Oh, you got it. Right over the dog walk. Making sure to hit all of the contacts.
Oh, little confusion there right before that tunnel. But a nice turn.
Good hustle over the A-frame.
Oh, little trouble going down. There we go.
Again, another delay.
You know, some dogs just don't want to stop. They just want to keep going.
Keep going, yeah.
We go very nicely. She's got enough speed to make up for that time on the table.
Oh, she missed the last one.
Missed pole there, but she quickly corrected it.
And as we come to the end, yes, she made it. She qualified with only 7.73 faults. Way to make up time, Sooty. Waiting to go next is Duncan, a 10-and-a-half-year-old Sheltie handled by Elizabeth Blanchard. Now, he's a great athlete, but according to Elizabeth, he's also a great friend.
Duncan's a wonderful pet. Duncan's now 10 years old, so we spent a lot of years together, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful companion. He's a little bit barky, as Shelties are known to be, but just my shadow.
Well, you know, for a 10-year-old, Duncan's moving very well.
Yes, he does. He has no problems. Very nice.
Tight turn up to the A-frame.
Very nice. And Duncan had no problem with that. Good down on the table.
Now, Duncan has qualified 9 times previously and actually won the championship in 1992.
Yes, this is a seasoned, experienced dog with nice sweep pulls.
And as we come to the end, with a clean run, Duncan qualifies for the 10th time. Now, many great agility dogs like Duncan are herding dogs, Shelties, Corgis, Border Collies, and the like. To find out why they're so good at agility, we spent the day with a Texas ranch hand by the name of Mike. Amid the rolling hills and cow-trodden pastures, where life on horseback is as natural as the beauty that it surrounds, there's always work to be done.
Mike is definitely a Texas cowboy. He does all the things that a natural ranch hand would do, but he doesn't get paid for it.
While he might not get a paycheck, Mike is a skilled and highly valued worker. He's intelligent, independent, and has an uncanny knack for solving problems. It's these qualities, along with the natural athleticism, that make herding dogs outstanding at agility and home on the range.
At the Circleback Ranch, which is our home, some of Mike's duties are pulling the sheep in at night for me, separating out the sick ones so I can treat them, help medicate them, separating off the ram when it's not breeding season, like putting the sheep up when we need to put up. You got some new babies in here, so we're going to have a little more fight to it today.
Another reason Mike's so good at his job is his ability to adapt.
When working cattle versus sheep, Mike works the cattle a lot closer than what he does on the sheep. The sheep, he backs off more, and the cattle, being a bigger breed versus what the dog is, Mike works a lot closer that way.
Mike's ability is enhanced by a strong work ethic.
Persistence is definitely something that Mike has. And being and doing what he does, you can't give up.
And as with humans, enthusiasm goes a long way.
Mike definitely likes a challenge. And the better the challenge, the dog gets to think. And that's the whole thing in the herding dogs. They get to think. Mike is a true Texan, 100% born and raised, and he even barks with a draw.
And now here's another herding breed, a Sheltie by the name of Sophie. Diane Eldridge thinks Sophie's about 7, but she's not really sure because she adopted her from a shelter. She does know that agility really helps Sophie develop confidence and character.
I adopted her through the Dallas Fort Worth Sheltie Rescue back in 1993. It was actually 93. She'd been left at a shelter to be put to sleep. So she's done really great. She loves agility. It's really helped her personality come out. She's very shy and unsocialized when I got her. So this is really, agility has done a lot for her. She really enjoys it.
And she's doing very well so far on her run.
Sophie's been doing agility for 5 years and has qualified for nationals twice.
She definitely shows confidence as she's going through this course. Very nice turn there up the A-frame, no problem.
Down.
Oh, what a beautiful down on the table.
Very nice down.
That's what you want.
She's getting good heights on her jump there.
Absolutely. Performing very nicely. Very steady weave pulls.
And as she comes to the end, does she qualify? Oh my goodness, she qualifies by 9/100th of a second. Woo, way to sneak it in, Sophie.
And here's another look at her coming down the A-frame very quickly and up onto this pause table, and she drops immediately. That is a perfect down on a table.
Well, a total of 8 dogs qualified in this class today, including Sophie just making it in under the wire. Congrats go out to all of the dogs and their handlers.
Oh boy, I'm hungry. Oh, where's the food? This over there. No, wait, stop spinning it around.
Welcome back to the South Fork Ranch in the Animal Planet USDAA Grand Prix of Dog Agility. Still with me, of course, is Kim Simons, and we're just about set for the 22-inch class. And these dogs are always the fastest in the field.
Yes, and that speed requires some different handling skills for the humans. For example, the dogs will be approaching this hurdle here with some speed, setting them up perfectly to take the dog walk here. But instead, the handler needs to pull the dog in tight to get them into the correct obstacle, the tunnel.
And you'll see just how fast these dogs can be right now, starting off with Scout, a 3-year-old Border Collie handled by Rhonda Carter.
Now, Scout and Rhonda were second in last year's national finals, and Rhonda says they plan to win it all this year.
Well, this dog can move.
She's pretty high energy. She's always throwing balls at me. I mean, you can't even take a bath by yourself. She's throwing the ball as long as you're just laying there. Throw the ball for me. You know, they're busy animals. They really are. And she's very young. She's only 3.
Whoa.
So she's very busy.
This dog is very fast. Pretty nice down there on the table. Look at the look on Scout's face.
Dog is really concentrating, paying close attention to everything Rhonda's saying.
That was a nice tight turn into those weave pulls. We've seen a lot of dogs take it wider.
All right, and when we come to the end here, I think it's no doubt that with 5 falls, Scout qualifies.
You can see here as Scout is entering the board to the dog walk, clearly she misses the upside of that plank. That incurs a 5-second fall. But look at the speed and the nice control on the downside. And look at those weaves.
Very nice weave. Well, we have Bobby. Bobby's a Brittany, handled by James Bryson. Now, Kim, you don't really see a lot of Brittany's running agility, do you?
You actually don't. There aren't many running agility in the United States, but Bobby is a pretty nice little dog.
Bobby's a very cautious dog over that seesaw.
Yes, but listening very well to James. And running very quickly, very smoothly so far. Oh, little talking there. Oh, jumped off the end of that dog walk. That is a 5-fault penalty. Oh, and that would be an off course. Now, that was handler error. It looks as if James sent Bobby over the wrong jump there. But they're going to finish their run. They're down on the table. Little chatting from Bobby.
Bobby's a very enthusiastic dog. Seems to be really enjoying itself and definitely shows talent for the sport.
Absolutely. Nice weave pulls.
That's a nice effort by Bobby, but unfortunately a case of handler error earns her an elimination. Well, next up we have Megan, an Australian cattle dog, handled by Paul Weeder.
And a nice hug there at the start line, getting ready.
Looks like a little talking going on there at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe a little direction. Off to a good start.
Over. Megan, tunnel. Go. Come on.
Slowing down a little bit there into the tunnel.
Let's go. Up.
But, oh.
Megan seems to be distracted here.
Well, Megan is a cattle dog. We are on a ranch. There we go. Now she's back on track.
All the way down. Come.
And again, Megan taking a look around.
Checking out her surroundings.
Probably sees the doggies in the background.
She might.
Out tunnel.
There we go. She's back going again. Nice turn up the A-frame.
Right here. Get your spot.
Little pause there.
That's a long pause at the top of the A-frame.
Taking a look around.
Excuse me, down.
Oh, it's taking a lot of time
Slow
getting
going
down.
down. A little slow putting those elbows down. There we go.
Megan has to be all the way down.
Megan is very alert. You can tell she is definitely trying to scope out her surroundings. Very nice over that series of jumps.
Yes, come on.
Oh.
Megan, come.
She's missed that entry to the weave poles, but that's okay.
She's going back to start all over again.
Paul's going to reset her there, and now she's in.
Go, go, go. Come on, go.
Very nicely done.
And she makes it through successfully. Megan doesn't qualify, but we sure enjoyed watching Megan in her run.
That's all right. Paul's, oops, she's going out after the cattle. You can see here that her instincts as a cattle dog have taken over. She's definitely looking around, possibly smelling the cattle here on the ranch.
Well, now here's Mosley, a Polish lowland sheepdog handled by Elizabeth Evans.
She talks a lot. She's a clown. She always keeps us laughing. She's constantly bringing toys and wanting to play and chasing the squirrels in the backyard. She's a great dog.
Well, now Mosley's another first-timer here, although she is a flyball champion.
Now, Mosley actually is a little bit of a celebrity. She has appeared as an extra on the series Wishbone, and she's also been on the cover of Dog Fancy magazine.
Oh, must get a paw autograph.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So far, she's doing very well, coming down that dog walk nicely.
Making sure she hits all of the contacts.
Oh, but right by that A-frame, unfortunately incurring a refusal. But now she's back on course. Another refusal there at the table. Just the direction wasn't clear enough, and she ran by.
It's so important how the handler and the dog work together.
Yes, it is. Make sure that the dog gets the right cues.
Now Mosley's doing a great job through the weave poles. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Pops out of those poles, but fixes them.
All righty.
Good job. Very good.
Little Mosley repair job there. And Mosley doesn't qualify, but again, what an enjoyable dog to watch.
Yeah, she's a very cute dog. You can see that the cue just wasn't quite right there coming out of the tunnel, and Mosley missed the A-frame. Same problem there at the table.
All right, now, we're gonna come back while I get this. Give me this. I want it. It's mine. Come on, come here. Hurry back.
There's lots of different ways to prepare for an agility competition. You can train a dog, you can train a human, but the best is the co-ed K9 workout together regime. We've got some people who've come up with some interesting ways to prepare. Let's take a look at them now. Just as Oscar De La Hoya, jump and rope is a great way to work out your legs when preparing for a match. These dogs gotta run, and so do the trainers. Jump and rope, just like the boxers do. Oh, the real deal Holyfield will give it a thumbs up, and so do I. Listen to me now and hear me next week. Weight training is a great way to pump you up to run the course. Even when you can't get to the gym and work out, there's still great ways to work on those biceps and to work out them jaw bones. Them bones, them bones, them jaw bones, them bones, them bones, them jaw bones. Oh yeah, the laps. Yeah, you go down, you go up, works on that breath control and also that dog paddle. Yeah, taste it. So don't let anybody tell you there's nothing to work out with. Because if you really put your mind to it, you can work out with just about anything. 900, 101.
Now we're back with the rest of the 22-inch class. Leading off is Sweetie, an Australian Shepherd, with Susan Krause handling. She's off to a good start. Little slow there.
Taking the time. These two like to do herding competitions, but they've got one small problem.
It's kind of hard for us to herd because we do live in an apartment and we have to go find somebody to let us use their sheep. And she doesn't get to practice as much as a lot of other dogs do.
I guess it is very difficult to borrow a cup of sugar and a cup of sheep, too.
Yes, it would be. Oh, a little wide turn there to the A-frame. She made it just fine, but it will cost her some extra time. Little slow getting down on the table, but that's okay. She's down. Look at her. She's very alert, very aware.
That table has really been plaguing some of the dogs today.
Yes, it has. That's a nice turn there into those poles. That was a very nice turn. That actually a buyer some time.
And those are very cautious weaves she gave there. And as we come to the finish line, she qualifies with 9.81 faults. Great job, sweetie. And up at the starting line now is Dauber, a 7.5-year-old Labrador Retriever handled by Julie Casey.
You know, Julie says that Dauber loves to sit and listen to her play the piano. It just relaxes Dauber. But not on the agility course. Dauber is very excited and happy to be running.
Little pause there coming off the seesaw.
Yep, looking for the tree. Oh!
Well, that was interesting.
Miscommunication. Yeah, miscommunication. Missed the entrance to the tunnel and went up and over the top of it and into the dog walk.
The Dauber seems to be doing okay.
Yes,
back on track now. Nice into the tunnel. And a good turn up to the A-frame.
Very nice up to the A-frame.
Down. Lie down. Down.
Dauber doesn't want to lie down at the moment. Oh, she's up. Oh, little kiss there on the table from Dauber. But still no fault. She's okay. Oh, now that is a fault.
Jumping off the table.
That will incur her a 5-fault penalty. There she goes. She's done with that table.
Finally made it through there. Now, Dauber broke her toe earlier this year, and this is her first competition back from the injury.
You can see there's no problem. That injury has not slowed her down at all.
And by the kisses there, she was having a great time. Unfortunately, Dauber does not qualify, but what a great run. Welcome back, Dauber.
What a nice little dog. You can see this is just a miscommunication. Ow. Dauber hits her head on the dog walk.
Well, we have Larry, a 5-year-old Border Collie handled by Jerry Brown. Larry's been doing agility since she was 4 months old.
Now you can see here that Jerry takes a long, long lead out and gives Larry a lot of direction on the start line. This is a very well-trained, very seasoned and experienced dog.
Very, very fast mover.
Incredibly fast. And steady. Look at that dog walk.
Wow. Such concentration.
Come, A-frame.
Nice turn up the A-frame.
Very tight.
No loss of time there. And down on the table while in the air.
Larry almost jumped on that in a laying down position.
And she's off again with tremendous speed. Oh, you can see that speed carried her out past the entrance to the sweep poles. A little bit of a wide turn.
And as she flies to the finish line, look at that. The fastest time of all the dogs today in any class. Larry definitely qualifies. Great run.
Look at this dog walk. Just flies over it. And a tight turn up that A-frame. No problem. Makes those contacts very quickly and down on that table.
We were pushing hard for speed. Got a little wide in a couple places, but I'm real happy with it. She stuck with me, worked for me all the way through it, and that's the main thing. So, very happy with it.
Oh, wait, I'm itching for more. I'm itching. Hurry back. Oh, doggies.
For more information about the sport of dog agility, contact the USDAA at 888-AGILITY or do the email thing at info@usdaa.com. Well, up next we have Sarah, a 3-year-old Border Collie handled by Carolyn Canizero from Austin, Texas.
You know, Sarah just missed qualifying last year, so I know she's anxious to qualify this year. So far, she's doing beautifully.
Carolyn is in vet school at Texas A&M, and her heavy class load has cut down on her training time, so she's a bit worried about today's run.
Oh, close call there, but a very nice save.
She recovered nicely.
Nice contact. Another nice down on the table. Sarah is very intense.
Sarah, you see her staring right into Carolyn's eyes.
Absolutely. Wide turn there to the weave poles, but again, no problem.
Nice through the weave poles. And as we come to the finish line, it looks like Sarah qualified. Hey, the school time did not mess up Carolyn's run. Let's take a look at some of the action.
You can see here Sarah's heading for the wrong jump, but she's very responsive to Carolyn. A nice save there. Very nice down the A-frame. She checks in with Carolyn just to make sure she's doing the right thing. A nice run and a clean run for Sarah.
In the 22-inch height class, a total of 9 dogs qualified, all Border Collies except for Sweetie, the Australian Shepherd. Now, all of our qualifiers are eligible to run next year in San Diego.
That's all we have from Dallas, Texas for you folks. I'm Phil Moore. For Kim Simons, we'll see you next time.